Championship final of the 2015 Australian Men's Interstate Series. 2013 winners Queensland taking on the defending champions Victoria in their home state at Huntingdale Golf Club. Been plenty of close matches during the week, and we hope that the final would be no different. All 8 players playing for the first time. In the number 6 game, Victorian David Micheluzzi birdied the first hole after a great approach shot out of the fairway bunker. He was showing no mercy to Queensland's Jack Sullivan. Micheluzzi built a 5-up lead by the turn. This was his third shot to the par 5 6th. And he would go on and take the match comfortably 5-4. In the number 8 game, Shae Wools-Cobb for Queensland. That was a nice par save at the 6th. This game was tight all the way. It was all square at the turn. Wools-Cobb managed to take the lead. That was a great tee shot to the par 3 12th. He was playing Victorian Andrew Schonewille. Just could not get the putts to drop. Still, it was all square after 15. And then Shae made birdie on the 16th, gave him a 1-up lead. And a par at the 17th was also good enough for a win. He'd take that match 2-1. First points for Queensland. The number 7 game saw Anthony Quayle for Queensland. Playing this beautiful pitch shot to the opening hole allowed him to save par. Showing some great touch on the greens as well. 5 matches won already this week for Anthony Quayle. He was playing Victoria's Tom Horan, who's been one of the steadier players of their team this week. It was all square this game after 9, but Tom Horan would take it on the back 9 and win 3-2. The number 5 game, match play specialist Frazer Droop started out with a great putt at the first. He won the first 2 holes to race out to an early lead against the undefeated Proverbs from Queensland. Proverbs fought back. This game was all square after 15. Blake took the lead with this birdie putt at the 16th hole, firmly into the back of the hole, and a par at the 17th would be good enough for a win too. 2-1 victory over Frazer Droop. So split 2-all at the bottom of the order. Would depend on the top matches. In the number 1 game, what a game it was. Ryan Ruffels for Victoria birdied the first hole. It was one of 10 birdies in 15 holes. That was his birdie putt at the 10th. Even when he was in trouble, he found a way of getting himself out. This was a slinging hook to the par 5 6th. In his post-match interview, Ryan was talking about this being about as good a golf as he could ever play. Taylor Macdonald for Queensland had 6 birdies himself. This was his approach shot to the 8th hole, the short par 4. 2 conceded birdies, but it was Ryan's day. He would go on and take the match 5-3. So with 3 points in for Victoria, they only need 1 more match, and this is where it would come from. Brett Coletta in the number 3 game. That gave him an early lead. He was 2 up after 6 holes against Jake McLeod. But McLeod fought back, won the 7th, 8th and 9th. Led at the turn, still led after 13 holes. But this is where it all changed. Coletta hit this great approach shot to the par 5 14th. Set up a birdie. He'd go on and win the 15th and 16th holes as well. So 2 up with 2 to play. McLeod found trouble in the bunker at the 17th. And that would be the 4th point for Victoria, securing them the win. Coletta winning 3-1. They're still looking for the outright victory though. And there were 2 matches left. Simon Viitakangas for Queensland almost holed his 3rd shot to the par 5 6th. He had a very tight match against Eccles. It was all square after 15. Viitakangas took the lead at the 16th hole. He'd lose the 17th though. It was all square playing the last. Eccles found trouble off the tee, but this great pitch shot to a front right pin allowed him to save par, halve the hole, and that's a half point. It took Victoria to 4.5, giving them the outright victory in the final. One final match, the number 2 game. A rematch from earlier in the week. Here's Victoria's Lucas Herbert. This was set up a birdie on the par 5 6th. He was 3 up after 6 holes. But Corey Crawford fought his way back into it. He won the 15th. This approach shot to the 16th hole set up a birdie. This got the match back to all square after 16. And with one match left, you can see the crowds streaming up the 17th fairway. Herbert did his best to try to win this game. This was a putt from about 40 feet on the 17th for birdie to go one up. Crowd's reaction says it all. And he had another crack at the 18th from similar distance. This also for birdie. Not to be. It gave Crawford a chance to win the match, one up on the last. But Crawford missed his own birdie putt. Game would finish all square. So that's a total of a 5-3 victory to Victoria. They've defended the Interstate Series. They're the 2015 champions. And along with winning the boys, the girls and the women's titles,